The Alliance Police Department is teaming up with top agencies to work on cracking down on methamphetamine in the area. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, members of the Alliance Police Department and other nearby law enforcement agencies sat down with representatives of the FBI, DEA, U.S. Attorney, and Nebraska Attorney General offices to discuss the impact of methamphetamine on the area and efforts to combat the problem. Alliance Police Chief Phil Lukens told reporters during a break that they look forward to being able to draw on enforcement resources from both the federal and state level to combat drugs in the community.
We need to be able to collaborate with each of these entities so that we can get the best possible outcome. There are certain individuals that are very dangerous to our community. I talk about that 1 to 3%. Those are the people we have to get out of circulation because they are causing major disruptions in people's lives, and that's what we want to get stopped.
Nebraska Attorney General Doug Peterson said the intent of the collaborative training and information sharing is not meant to be a one-time flash in the pan, but the hope is local law enforcement across the state will come to understand they don't have to fight the drug problem alone, that there are federal and state officials available that can provide valuable information and resources to help. Well, Western Nebraska Economic Development is preparing a multi-county regional housing study for Scottsbluff. Community Development Director Michelle Coolidge with Twin Cities Development tells KNEB News the study will highlight current demographic and economic statistical data, local housing unit target demand, and a 5-year housing action plan for new housing development and existing housing rehabilitation activities.
Basically, it's the same information that we had requested back in with the study that was done in 2016. It's just those studies for grant purposes generally have a shelf life of about 5 years or so. So it was time to renew that and get it updated. So we have information that currently reflects the status of what we're finding in that 3-county area for organizations to be able to use that data going forward.
She says a workforce housing needs survey will also be made available to persons employed at select businesses and industries in Scottsbluff, Morrill, and Kimball counties and respective communities. Both surveys must be completed by March 25th. We'll have more news right after this.
The journey of a dream becoming reality. When we're young, a dream develops into a passion. That passion continues to manifest and grows as you do. It becomes all you want to do and all you want to be. It gives you direction. It drives you. Then your dream has become a reality. When that dream is ready to be reality, Platte Valley Bank will be with you every step of the way.
One of my big responsibilities is making Runs Rand. I put all of my love into making Rand because it is the best by far. What are you doing if you don't get Rand?
Welcome back. A 28-year-old Alliance man has been sentenced after being convicted of first-degree sexual assault. Brandon Stites was sentenced to 6 to 8 years in prison last month following his conviction on the Class 2 felony. Court records show that Stites got a 15-year-old girl pregnant 5 years ago and was initially charged with 5 counts of sexual assault, but the remaining counts were dismissed after he pleaded no contest to the first charge. Stites will also have to register as a sex offender as terms of his plea deal. Well, Bill, amended to require Nebraska to apply for a second round of federal emergency rental assistance, received first-round approval, and Gering Senator John Stinner was among those supporting it. Governor Pete Ricketts has said the additional pandemic relief just isn't needed, which has left Nebraska as one of 2 states in the country to refuse aid. During a virtual conference call, Stinner said he didn't really understand the opposition to the $125 million in additional federal funding, as there's really no downside to taking it.
We get extra funds for administrating the program. We get to keep the funds and actually accrue interest on the funds, so we get to make money on the funds. And we get to help the working poor that are sitting out there either with utility bills and or rent.
Stinner said if opponents to the aid label him and other supporters of the bill, so be it. He's concerned about the welfare of all Nebraskans. Stinner said while the pandemic emergency is over as it relates to hospitals, the inflationary impact is not, making the funding important, even if it helps only 100 families in the state over 4 more years. And Cheyenne Frontier Days has announced the 2022 Frontier Nights Entertainment Series. The professional bull riders will return with its new Team Series event, and the complete concert schedule was also released. In addition, the 126th annual Daddy of 'em All will feature 9 days of PRCA professional rodeo that will conclude with Championship Sunday. The entertainment lineup will include Jason Aldean on July 22nd, Dierks Bentley on July 23rd, Parker McCollum on July 24th, Kid Rock on the 27th, Coey Wetzel, Jelly Roll, and Nelly on the 28th, and Sam Hunt on July 29th, and wrapping it all up with Brooks and Dunn on July 30th. Concert tickets will go on sale starting Wednesday at 9 a.m. at cfdrodeo.com, with tickets sold online only that day to accommodate the volume of announcing the full lineup. The Cheyenne Frontier Days ticket office will reopen for in-person and phone sales on Thursday. Well, still to come, the Bridgeport Lady Bulldogs go down to the wire in the Saturday state championship game in Lincoln. Chris Cottrell in with the latest right after this.
Doubles every 2 minutes. How long?
Hey, Dad. We're going for a run.
Okay. You're gonna go together?
That's what we means.
Okay. Well, just be careful. Make sure you're not running alone. Stay on the sidewalk. Watch for cars. Don't talk to strangers.
Another virus was blocked? What are you doing?
Are you listening to me? All right? Because when it comes to safety, nobody knows safety better than me. Be careful out there.
Are you doing an online quiz?
Yeah. This one's gonna tell me my IQ, which I've always wanted to know, because it's a mystery.
I'm guessing it's very low because all these quizzes are for is to get your passwords for everything.
Oh, is that right?
How do you not know that?
How do you know that?
How long have you been doing these quizzes for?
How old are you?
11?
11 years.
How do you not know how old I am?
Because that's a long time, 11 years, to remember stuff.
All right, well, we're gonna go for a run and watch for cars and strangers, and you change all your passwords so your identity isn't wiped out.
Bit dramatic.
It's been said many times that life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans. Have you been making plans to invest in new windows? Renewal by Andersen makes the best windows. It's that simple. And right now, Renewal by Andersen has an incredible financing offer. No money down, no interest, no payments for 1 full year, no payments for a year. Book your free estimate right now at rbawyoming.com. And remember, life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans.
The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO. Earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. Every day. Everywhere. Never worry about expiring points or category restrictions. Plus, there's no annual fee. Only from the Great Big Small Bank. A bank ever ready for you to earn more, wherever life leads. Evergreen by FNBO.
Now, sports from the FNBO Sports Desk. FNBO, the Great Big Small Bank.
Back in studio for the update for today here on the TV side. We start by closing out the high school basketball season. The Bridgeport girls sure gave a valiant effort on Saturday in that C2 state title game, but came up 2 points short of the championship, falling to Hastings St. Cecilia 40-38. It was a back-and-forth affair, and the Bulldogs had a chance to tie or take the lead in the closing moments, but it was not to be. That said, a great showing for the team and also the Loomis Girdle sisters. 6'3" junior Ruthie averaged 22 points per game at state, while 5'10" sophomore guard Olivia checked in at 17 a game there in the state tournament. Both back next year along with two other starters. Bridgeport will be loaded once again as they go for that elusive first ever state title. This week it's a big national tournament here on the Rural Radio Network with the WNCC women down in Lubbock, Texas at Nationals. The 27-2 Cougars are the number 12 overall seed. They'll open against Murray State College on Wednesday night. We'll have coverage all tournament long for the Cougars, brought to you by Advantage Chiropractic and Dr. Levi Bolin on KOZY 101.3 and KOZYFM.com. Pregame Wednesday at 6:45. There was plenty of other Cougar sporting events taking place the last few days and continuing here into this work week. Spring break week out on the road for the baseball team in Arizona. Lost yesterday to Madison 10-6. Today an afternoon start at Paradise Valley College, and then two more games tomorrow in total on this road trip. They'll play 11 games before returning to town early next week. And the softball team won 3 of 4 over the weekend against Lamar Community College, swept yesterday's doubleheader. They're off today before a stop at Bossier Parish Community College tomorrow in Louisiana. Then Thursday and Friday road games at Angelina College and Trinity Valley Community College. That will get us covered for today. The latest from right here at the FNBO Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell.
The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO. Earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. Every day. Everywhere. Never worry about expiring points or category restrictions. Plus, there's no annual fee. Only from the Great Big Small Bank. A bank ever ready for you to earn more, wherever life leads. Evergreen by FNBO.
This is John. He's not an actor or a director. Can you tell? He calls himself a steward of the land. And by the looks of the way he nurtures his little corner of the earth, it's safe to say he's the real deal. John runs with us on a John Deere 3 Series tractor because you can never underestimate the value of a little tractor time. Nothing runs like a Deere.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
When you call Gearing Valley Plumbing and Heating, you will have options. Repair it, rebuild it, or update it. Whether your furnace stops working or your bathtub won't drain, Gearing Valley Plumbing and Heating provides the services you need to be comfortable. Weekends, holidays, or late nights, we will be there. With over 30 years of service, our certified technicians and cutting-edge technology can keep your systems running at their peak efficiency. Gearing Valley Plumbing and Heating, every time we enter your home, we leave it a better place to live.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. The Community Calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. First State Bank is now Riverstone Bank. Community strong with the same people you know and trust.
What a year 2020 was. Now's the time to get out and travel this summer to see family and friends you were not able to see this last year. Spend more time enjoying your trip by flying United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with daily flights to and from Denver. Reserve your flight today and remember United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. And don't forget, Thrifty Car Rental is here for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and hitch a ride with your BFF, Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
Swipe right, swipe left, endlessly searching. Finding the perfect match isn't always perfect, but it can be when it comes to finances. Nora found the perfect business loan. Jenny opened her first savings account. Grammy loves her checking account. We found a match for Wilson Farms. The Sandersons were matched with a mortgage. Regardless of your financial situation, Platte Valley Bank will match you with the perfect solution. Find your match at Platte Valley Bank.
And finally tonight, the Gering Senior Center is receiving some much-needed funding from across the river. Last week, the Scottsbluff City Council approved a $1,000 a month payment. Acting City Manager Kevin Spencer says that ever since the Scottsbluff Senior Center shuttered its doors, the Gering Senior Center has been assisting those additional patrons.
And our citizens are going to their center.
And we're delivering also.
Yes, and the representatives are here if you have any questions for them, but it's $1,000 a month. Beginning October 1, 2021, until the end of our budget cycle, September 30, 2022.
City Finance Director Liz Lutzenheiser told the council that she's issuing a $6,000 check for the back pay and then will proceed with a monthly $1,000 check until the end of the fiscal year. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.